it has emerged that Loris Karius actually received a concussion during the Champions League final. Most likely from the collision with Sergio Ramos, and a lot of people have been talking about that on online threads. The article that is given 5 days after the final, obviously now it's Liverpool's post-season, Liverpool Football Club sent Loris Karius to a hospital in Boston, Massachusetts in the US for tests because he was clearly feeling the effects of nausea, dizziness. He was not well. The doctor who did the test said he was clearly, looking at the evidence, he was concussed during that Champions League final, and he would have felt the effects of that concussion immediately. Some of the issues that Loris Karius has reported is dizziness, issues with vision, so peripheral vision, focusing vision, so when you're focusing on an object, and depth perception, which are all signs of a really serious concussion, which would explain the Benzema goal and the second Gareth Bale goal, how he misjudged the flight of the ball for one, and when Benzema is nearby, he doesn't quite pick up how close Benzema is when he rolls the ball out, hence why Benzema basically gets the luckiest goal you'll ever see. Obviously, the response by some fans was less than decent, with the death threats and the abuse online. But now knowing that he has actually suffered quite a severe concussion, and you only have to look at Sergio Ramos' performance in that game with injuring Mo Salah and then charging at Karius off the ball, giving him an elbow whilst diving for a header where he's nowhere near the ball. Yeah. People at the time thought Karius was a hopeless goalkeeper. He's actually had a previous good run of form for like the previous 2-3 months that got into the Champions League final, and to play half of it concussed, near enough. He didn't do bad considering that he only let in 3 goals, and one of them not even the greatest goalkeepers in the world, like Taffarel or Buffon or Brazil's Taffarel from his heyday in the 90s, and Buffon or anyone like that would have stopped that overhead kick. But the 2 sloppy goals that were conceded, if he has had a concussion, which he has, the visual impairment, that would explain a hell of a lot. And of course, Sergio Ramos got away with it. Any other sport, rugby union, rugby league, ice hockey, the NHL, even American football, he'll be put before a citing commissioner. And even if the referee hasn't seen it, because the video footage is there, he'll be put before a citing commissioner. Intent to injure, that's 2 separate incidents, he will get a lengthy ban. It's football, and football doesn't do this retrospective banning much, apart from the retrospective diving, which doesn't seem to do anything anyway, and the fact that football clubs have voted against VAR implementation for the following season. But it's going to be at the World Cup. If that was a World Cup game between, let's say, Spain and England, hypothetically, Sergio Ramos does that to England's goalkeeper, let's say Pickford, or he does it to, I don't know, Harry Kane, what he did to Mo Salah. VAR is there, VAR will pick that up. That's an argument in favour of VAR. Ramos wouldn't be on the pitch by the time the 3 goals go. Ramos would be off. But there we go. That's a talk another day. But he did suffer a concussion. The concussion he's received is a very, very serious one. Concussion is some people take concussions lightly. Trust me, as someone who's had a few of them and been knocked out playing rugby, then they're not fun experiences. Your legs feel like jelly. You get nauseous. You feel sick. Your head spins, and you can feel ill for days. You can have headaches for days and weeks. You can have problems sleeping. You can have problems with emotions. You can get very emotional. You can get very short-tempered very quickly. You can suffer memory loss, short and long term. Honestly, concussions can sneak up, and you can have a head knock, and then you won't feel anything. You'll feel fine for 5-6 days, and one day you wake up and you feel seriously ill. Obviously, Loris Karius had felt rough for a few days. The club sent him to the hospital. The hospital did the tests, and they're like, "Yeah, no, you've suffered a concussion. There's clearly evidence of that. All the cognitive features you're giving, like your delayed response times, your blurriness with vision, your complaints with headaches, etc." The doctor said he was clearly concussed during that game. It wasn't as if he slipped and fell before or after the game. He was concussed during the game. So I'll leave that open to debate. You can place your comments below. You can say what you want on this one. The topic of concussions in sport is a hot one right now. It is dividing opinion. Is it directly linked to CTE and Alzheimer's and dementia and early death and other issues, or are they parallel issues? I'm going more for banging your head a lot of times will probably cause brain damage. So it's a big divisive issue. Look at the American sports like the NHL and the NFL and CFL. They're all been taken to court for CTE and concussion lawsuit, as it's known. and that's starting to make a lot of headway. But we'll leave that there. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, place your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.